Hello friends, good morning and welcome to the beginning of the fourth vlog for Vlogmas 2025. I'm Shauna and this is my channel Shauna Stitches, normally where I talk all about the things that I've been working on lately, but today we are opening more advents and I will show you a little bit of what I've been working on. In this series I'm opening 8 different advents. A whole lot. This one here is Stitchin With Yarn, Charlie Brown theme. Nope, I'm wrong. Sorry, that's Charlie Brown theme, Stitchin With Yarn. This one is Charming You, Holiday Fortunes. Up there is Knitty McPurly, For God So Loved the World. Here is Chicken Lady Fiber Arts Road Trip. Up in that corner, there is CudddleBums, and then over here is Mystery Mouse Yarn, Christmas in the Castle Library, which is a Beauty and the Beast themed. I also have an advent I made myself and a fiber advent that cannot hang on the wall. At least I didn't figure out how. It's really filling up. It's getting so pretty. All the colors in the rainbow. Let me show you what I have finished since I last talked to you. Last night I finished my, I think, last ornament of 2025. I had put together all the ornaments for my coworkers, forgot that we had hired somebody more, and so the one that I had made for myself went to them, and last night I made this one for me. It's supposed to have a leaf motif, but you can't see it at all in this yarn, and it's okay. Hanging on the tree, it'll look just fine. But I put a lot of effort into the leaf and you cannot see it. Oh, the other thing I was going to show you. This was yesterday's yarn from my handmade or homemade advent from Aberdeen Wool. I seriously did, I think, 4 rows on my Cozy Memories blanket. I also have finished those 4, I think maybe just these 2 since I last showed you, but it's been a minute since I showed you. For December I have finished, how many squares now? 30? No, 29. I think I'm at 29. So this is number 30. The other project that I'm not showing you this morning is my Anthology Throw, which I'm making out of a CudddleBums advent from last year, and that's because I haven't made any progress since I last showed you. This is where I'm keeping my Aberdeen Wool homemade, or I keep saying homemade, self-made advent. These were not intended to be advent minis. We have some gray and purple. Stitching with Yarn. I just can't believe it's the 16th already. Oh wow. So bright, so colorful and pretty. This one is called Gee, Do They Still Make Wooden Christmas Trees? I love it. Next up, Charming You. If you guys are opening your own advents, let me know which one has been your favorite so far and why. Or if you're not opening advents, tell me which one of mine is your favorite and why. I'm very curious to know. All right, Charming You is a beautiful teal. Very pretty. It's a light teal. Mint? Yeah, maybe mint. Next up, Knitty McPurly. I have a feeling this one might be a similar color. Oh, I'm close-ish. There's Knitty McPurly. We have a pretty solid green and then blue speckles. Yesterday's was, yeah, pretty limey. Today it's more of a key lime. So yeah, those are definitely not the same color, but in the same family. Next up, Chicken Lady Road Trip. Ooh, that's pretty. See, we do have a mint kind of theme. This one reminds me of mint chocolate chip ice cream, which, by the way, I'm not the biggest fan of, but that's what it reminds me of. And I don't dislike it, it's just not my favorite flavor. All right, day 16. We've entered the Allegheny Plateau in Appalachia, Ohio. This area features cliffs, gorges, rock shelters, and waterfalls. Today we'll explore Ash Cave. Ash Cave features a seasonal waterfall. The recess of the cave measures 700 feet wide, 100 feet deep, and is 90 feet wide. The cave was formed by the middle layer of the Black Hand sandstone being eroded and washed away, while the upper and lower areas of rock remained. Ash Cave was named because the huge pile of ash that was found under the shelter by early settlers. The largest pile of ash recorded was 100 feet long, 30 feet wide, and 3 feet deep. It is believed that the Native Americans not only used this cave for shelter, but for smelting silver or lead from the rocks. So there is our inspiration photo and our yarn. Beautiful. That's another place I've not heard of, never been to. It's a huge cave. Okie doke. It's day 16 of CudddleBums. Where are you? There it is. Day 16. Day 16 is a very bright blue, which will go right up there. It's harder to do than you think, the pointing thing. All right, and last but not least, our spinning fiber from World of Wool. Panettone. I don't know if I'm saying that right. There's a lot of these foods I have never heard of. I guess I didn't mention in this vlog that the World of Wool daily spinning fiber is based on culinary Christmas, so foods from Christmas around the world. So day 16 is 50% European wool, 25% sisal, and 25% UK alpaca. Panettone is one of the most recognizable symbols of an Italian Christmas. A tall domed sweet bread dotted with dried fruits and citrus peel, wrapped in golden paper and ribbon, and often shared as a gift between families and friends. Perhaps its origins trace back to Milan in the 15th century, where legend tells of a kitchen mishap turned miracle. A young assistant baker supposedly saved a Christmas banquet by cobbling together leftover dough, sugar, eggs, and raisins, creating what would become panettone. Oh, now that they describe that, I've seen that. Doesn't it look kind of like a bundt cake? I think. Whether fact or folklore, the result was a rich, airy loaf that has since become a seasonal favorite, not just in Italy, but around the world. Traditionally made over several days with a slow-rise sourdough, panettone is a true labor of love, fluffy, fragrant, and full of festive spirit. It's enjoyed sliced with coffee, slathered in mascarpone, or lightly toasted for breakfast on Boxing Day. To honor this luxurious loaf, we created a blend that reflects its soft crumb, golden crust, and jewel-like inclusions. European wool forms a base, while sisal adds a smoothness reminiscent of butter-rich dough. Finally, UK alpaca brings softness and warmth. Delicate yet decadent, this blend is as comforting as the dessert it's named for. I'm not awake yet, guys. Yeah, there it is. I didn't even look at the package. Silly me. That's what I was thinking of. What the description that reminded me is like, it's that light colored dough with the little dots in it. I should have looked at the package for clues. I wouldn't have known that that dessert was called that name. I've never had it. All right, there's our panettone. I feel like based on the description, this would have been a good one for neps, to be the little raisins. It's pretty. It's not a very bright color. That's okay. It's pretty soft. It's interesting it says European wool because that doesn't really tell you a lot. And then UK alpaca. I don't think we've had an alpaca blend yet. Anyway, that's the advents. I have to go get ready for work. I stayed up too late last night. Glenn got home at like 7:45 from work, and that's kind of already like as I'm getting into bed usually. So I stayed up later than normal, and he goes to work again today and won't be home till about the same time. So needless to say, I am lacking sleep, but I am making it through the week. It's been busy already. All right, I will talk to you tomorrow. Hello friends, it's December 17th. It's been so long since I last recorded. I kind of forgot that I hadn't recorded already today. That's because it is 4:58 p.m. I am home from work. Long story short, last night we were woken up at about 12:15 in the morning to the weirdest power outage I have ever seen in my life. Usually when the power goes out, it just goes out. My husband has a CPAP machine, so that woke us both up, the fact that it had turned off. And I was so disoriented when I woke up that I saw our ceiling fan, because there was some light going on. I could see our ceiling fan was spinning super slow. And I hadn't realized that my husband's CPAP had turned off, and that's what woke me up. But I asked my husband, I'm like, why is the fan going so slow? So I got up, like tried to turn it on and off, and was messing with the little pull cord to try and, speed it up. Just super confused. And my husband's like, I think the power went out. And I'm like, no, I see lights. Like there are things lit up in the bedroom. And then he went into the bathroom, tried to turn the light on, and it was just the spookiest, like dim glow. It was so weird. So certain things would turn on, but they would turn on at like super dim. Other things wouldn't turn on at all. Very bizarre. Later, I saw on Facebook, somebody was calling that a brownout. I don't know if that's the real term for that. Like I said, have never seen it before. They were also saying if that ever happens, you should turn off the circuit breaker to your house, which I did not do because I didn't know that. So we ended up going back to bed, and I slept terribly anyways, beyond that for other reasons, but it was a rough night. So I almost was going to show you my knitting, but I got up then when my alarm went off at 4, and obviously no power still. And at this point there was zero power. There was no dim lights anymore. There was nothing. And I knew that I was not going to the gym because you cannot work out in pitch black. So I'm walking around the house with a flashlight trying to get dressed and get ready for work. Managed to get to work. We have a generator there, so that was not a huge deal. But we did not get power at my house until, like 4 or after 4. And then at work, we got it a little bit sooner, around 3, I think. So yeah, it's, anyway, the cause was lots of storms. We've had high rain and high winds, and trees fell on things. So yeah, it's kind of normal for around here, but to have the power out for like 14 hours, that's a pretty long one for us. Here is my progress on my cozy memories. I finished this Aberdeen Wool from my self-made advent, which was, what day was that now? That was Mondays? It's all a blur. Today's Wednesday. So I think that was Monday. Now I'm doing the next CudddleBums color, which is this one. And then I have the mini from Tuesday that still needs to get added in, but I have not knit a stitch today. I don't know if I'm going to knit a stitch today because I'm not sure if the food in our refrigerator is any good, or freezer. So I think we're going to try and go out to eat. But then it's a matter of trying to go somewhere because the whole county was without power. So getting power so late in the day, a lot of businesses are not even going to open. I think my husband said he found out Costco was open, so we might be having a Costco food court dinner, which it is what it is. How about we open some Advents? I feel like I'm just off today. Okay, so day 17 of Aberdeen Wool. Somebody commented and said that I've convinced them to get Aberdeen Wool minis, which isn't really my intention here, but that being said, I would buy these again. So if you are needing minis, I do highly recommend them. That's a pretty one. It's like icy blue, purple, maybe some gray. That will be very nice. Okay, Stitchin With Yarn, Charlie Brown. There is, that's a very Charlie Brown color, I feel like. That is pretty. Very fall looking. This one is called The Little Green One Here Seems to Need a Home. Oh, that's about the Christmas tree. Yes. That sad little Christmas tree, which I love. Charming You. I don't know, every time I sit down to record, I just feel like my nose is stuffy suddenly, and it hasn't been stuffy all day. Usually it's a morning thing, but I'm feeling it now, and it's the end of the day. I've been talking all day, too. Oh, this is gorgeous. I love it. Peach and pink and blue and green. Oh, that's gorgeous. I need to figure out what to do with these minis. Okay, next one. Knitty McPurly. Oh, we are into solid grass green today. That is a very bold green with black speckles, I think. Yeah, I would say that's black. Interesting. And Chicken Lady Road Trip. I think we do have a theme today. These are all, I mean, they're not the same, but they're, well, for sure Charming You is not the same. But even this one is kind of similar, especially to this one, which is the Chicken Lady. This could be from the same set. So, Chicken Lady, today, day 17, starting at the Ohio River on the border of Ohio and West Virginia, we follow the approximate route of the colonial era Northwest Turnpike. Surveyed in 1748 by a 16-year-old George Washington, this section of Northwest West Virginia will take us through Parkersburg, Fort New Salem, and Bridgeport. Further along, Grafton is where the first Mother's Day was celebrated in 1908. We continue on to Cathedral State Park, where we'll hike 3 miles, see an old-growth forest, and bask in the beauty of the virgin hemlocks. These gorgeous trees can reach heights of 160 feet and live up to 1,000 years. Be sure to look up. So there is our picture, and there is our yarn. Very pretty. I love that. Now that I look at it and knowing the picture, I can definitely see the tree trunks in that image. Gorgeous. Okay, next one. CudddleBums. Day 17. We're down in the bottom corner. And that is day 17. We have this kind of denim blue with a rainbow through it. And since today is an odd number day, I have the Mystery Mouse Christmas in the Castle Library. There is the yarn. This one's a very subtle and pale kind of pastel. It's called Library Dress. And I have a rose sticker. That's beautiful. I might put that on my laptop. I have a laptop cover and I like to put stickers on it. And that is the library dress. We have the mint color and not so much of the yellow, but we do have like peach color. All right, let's see. And our spinning fiber today is Puto Bumbong. Bumbong. It reminds me of like a bug or something. I don't know. This is the picture on the back of the bag, which is not very easy to see what it is. I'm sure it's not, but the top kind of looks like ground beef. And the bread looks like the color of a Japanese sweet potato. I don't know if you've ever had those, but they're like purple potatoes, purple sweet potatoes. Day 17, Puto Bumbong is 66% Shetland wool, 17% sari silk, and 17% Tussa silk. Puto Bumbong is a beloved Filipino Christmas delicacy, instantly recognizable for its vivid purple hue, sticky texture, and fragrant coconut sugar aroma. Traditionally steamed in bamboo tubes called bumbong over charcoal, this glutinous rice treat is served piping hot, topped with grated coconut, muscovado sugar, muscovado, and a sliver of butter. It's a joyful symbol of the Simbang Gabi tradition, 9 nights of pre-dawn masses leading up to Christmas Eve. After each early mass, families gather at festive street stalls to share warm Puto Bumbong under twinkling perils and sleepy skies. It's a ritual of comfort, community, and anticipation, and for many, Christmas simply isn't complete without it. To capture this rich cultural treat in fiber form, we've blended Shetland wool in a bold base to reflect the deep purples of steamed rice. Sari silk adds a playful confetti of color, while Tussa silk brings softness and sheen. This blend is sweet, soft, and full of texture, just like the tradition it celebrates. I have never heard of this, and even seeing it does not look familiar to me. I would be curious to know if you've ever had it. And my husband has a good friend at work from the Philippines. I bet he would know what Puto Bumbong is. It's beautiful. Very purple with those hints of pink. And I see some yellow in there as well. It's nice. It's pretty soft, but not the softest wool that we've ever had. But it's Shetland, and Shetland varies. I've had some that's fairly soft and then some that's less soft. That's going to be a challenge to spin some of those, though. If you see that sari silk, it's a pretty big clump. But that will be a fun spin. All right, that is December 17th, all wrapped up. Hopefully we will keep power, and I should see you first thing in the morning tomorrow. I cannot believe that we are so close to Christmas. It still doesn't feel like Christmas. What are you doing to get yourself in the Christmas spirit? I'd love to know, because I'm not feeling it. Nevertheless, I love my minis. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Hello and good morning, December 18th. It's Thursday. It's raining outside, but we have power, so things are looking up. I have a very busy work day ahead. It should be my Friday. We'll see if it ends up being my Friday. And I'm drinking hot water because I am so mucusy. I'm sure you wanted to know that, but I think I'm coming down with something, or maybe still getting over the thing I had briefly. I don't know. It's annoying. Day 18 of Aberdeen Wool. Jeez, my brain was not thinking of that word. Ooh, I like this one. Purple, green, and white. Very pretty. I like them all. Stitchin With Yarn. Gorgeous. Wow, that one's a very Christmassy one. Reds, pinks, greens. I really like that one. This one is, you are supposed to get a good tree. Very nice. Charming You. Ooh, a pale peach. Gorgeous. Oh, that goes so good with the one from the day before. See it right over there? It was peach with different pops of color. I'm thinking for this one, maybe that advent right there. If you watch Karen Knits, she is doing a granny stripe or granny triangle shawl where she's holding a fingering weight advent with a bear skein for a DK weight granny shawl, and it looks so cozy. Part of me, here is my hesitation for using advents. I think about how much the advent spent and how much I'd be willing to spend on the project I'm thinking about making, and I generally would not spend that much on a granny triangle shawl. But it looks so cozy. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. All right. Knitty McPurly. That being said, the Chicken Lady one would be nice for that too. I love these colors. I don't know. This is why my advents never get used. Finding that perfect project. Here is Knitty McPurly. We're still kind of in that grass green, although we have a very light spot right there. And I don't see any speckles. Is that a speckle? Maybe, just maybe. We have a little bit of blue. Yeah, I think so. So this one is not as vibrant as yesterday's. I wonder where we are going with the greens. Chicken Lady Road Trip. We're sticking to the greens. That is pretty. Oh, and my mini's coming undone. Hold on. Oh no. There we go. I don't know how people do these. I think a lot of people have those little winders that help you wind, because if you had to do this over and over again, you'd definitely be having some wrist or arm problems, I think. All right, is that any better? Okay, that looks decently okay. Here we go. Very pretty. So I'm guessing trees, but let's see where we are today. Day 18. Today's adventure takes us across the southern tip of Maryland for 7 miles, across the Potomac River and into that weird-shaped arm part of eastern West Virginia. This eastern gateway was originally inhabited by the Shawnee people. The town of Romney is the oldest incorporated town in West Virginia, formerly known as Parasol's Flats in the 1700s. With the outbreak of the French and Indian War, settlers sought refuge at nearby Fort Pearsall, which was guarded by George Washington's troops. Settled as part of the Virginia estate of Lord Fairfax in 1762, the town was renamed Romney after a town in Fairfax, native England. In the 1850s, the B&O Railroad came through, which made this area strategically important during the Civil War. Because of the strategic location of Romney, not only with railroad but with the Northwestern Turnpike, now US 50, Romney changed hands during the Civil War at least 56 times. Was this the area John Denver sang about in 1971 in his song Country Roads? So there's the picture and the yarn. That's gorgeous. So we have I think that is trees. It's just like a really like zoomed out version because I think I see houses down in there. So you have like the fall leaves in the front of the picture, which I can see in the yarn. Very pretty. I didn't say anything yesterday. The George Washington on day 17, was he doing maps or something at 16 years old? That's crazy. I would say our 16-year-olds back in the day were more high functioning, although I guess we just do different things at 16 years old. There's some pretty smart computer whiz kids at 16, I think. Such a different world. Okay, day 18 of CudddleBums. Well, that's nice. That is very different in the CudddleBums. I guess not very different, but it's a purpley blue with light blue sections. We'll go right on that end there. So I think, yeah, we're going more into purples because we were in blues. That's a good transition color. Very last one here is our spinning fiber. This one's called Monkey Tail. And I don't know if I'm getting clues from the back of the package. There's some kind of drink with, looks like a cinnamon stick and anise. And then just packages. So I don't know what a monkey tail is. I did ask my husband to ask his friend from the Philippines about puto bumbong. And he said, yep, they do eat that. So World of Wool did their research there. I don't know if he asked him if they'll have it here or if they can get the ingredients here, but yeah, it was interesting. All right, day 18 monkey tail is 50% superwash merino wool. This is the first time we're seeing a superwash wool, which means this one would not felt. So it'd be like a good sock yarn. 37.5% baby alpaca and 12.5% cashgora. Okay, I take back the good for socks thing. I think that's too much alpaca for socks. A little bit okay. That might be too much because they would really stretch out. I don't know anything about cashgora. Monkey tail, or cola de mono, is Chile's answer to festive cheer in a glass. This creamy, spiced coffee liqueur is a staple at Chilean Christmas gatherings, served chilled and sipped while dancing, laughing, or simply catching up under fairy lights and summer skies. Though its exact origins are a little fuzzy, much like its name, the most commonly cited origin of the name involves a former president and his pistol. President Pedro Mont's Colt revolver went missing at a party, and to calm everyone's nerves in the meantime, a cold carafe con leche was doctored with spices and alcohol and named in honor of the missing weapon, Colt de Mont. The punch gained popularity, and the name gradually morphed into the current Cola de Mono. To mimic the warm richness of this South American classic, we crafted a blend that's silky, exotic, and quietly indulgent. Superwash merino brings smoothness and versatility with the creamy base. Baby alpaca lends a soft, luxurious drape, and cashgora, a rare, glossy fiber, finishes the blend. Cozy and velvety, this blend is perfect for crafting with a festive drink in hand. Monkey tail optional. Interesting. Oh, wow. That is pretty. And so soft. Like, so soft. That is nice. It's hard to quite tell you the color because it looks gray and white on the screen. But it almost has like a purpley tone to it. Very pretty. So I was right. I guess that must be monkey tail. It looks a whole lot like eggnog, if I'm being honest. But this is not obviously the same color as that eggnog fiber that we had. I really like that. Very excited to see the next fibers we have coming up in the rest of the Advent, and to keep getting to feel new fibers and eventually spin new fibers. I think that's it. I'll do a quick hold up of the yarns today so we can see the variety. There we are. Oops. It's hard to get them all in the picture. And the CudddleBums is always wound up kind of curly. Lots of greens. Very, very nice. All right, I'm off to have a big day at work, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Good morning. Happy December 19th. It's Friday at 8:54 a.m. Much later than my normal morning starts, but I've already had an hour-long online appointment this morning, and I did sleep in. I told you yesterday was going to be a long work day, and my goodness it was. I started work at 6 a.m. and I finally left around 8 p.m. I have that feeling like I have a hangover even though I don't drink, and I just feel like, oh, I could have kept sleeping, but I had that morning appointment, so it wasn't an option. I'm very tired, but I'm very happy to have the day off. Normally my Fridays I have spent catching up on my Cozy Memories blanket, but as I said, I had this appointment, and then actually I'm currently fasting, so I can drive an hour and a half away in a while to go get blood work done, and then you better believe I'm finding a really tasty lunch somewhere. During my online appointment, I was able to do some knitting. So since I've seen you, I finished this one. I don't think I've shown you. That was one of the Aberdeen Wools. No, I think I did show you this CudddleBums in progress. And I've just started the next Aberdeen Wool, which isn't big enough to even see the color. And I don't have them in here, but I think I still have, beyond this one, 2 more, plus the one I'm opening today. So normally Fridays, I'm able to get caught up on this. That may not happen today. Is December 19th where we finally fall behind? It's possible. Other than that, I have not done anything. I didn't knit a single stitch yesterday. That is pretty rare for me. Although in recently, that has been more common, and I don't like it. I want to knit. All right, December 19th for Aberdeen Wool. Ooh, this one is different than a lot of the colors we've had lately. That is a candy cane stripe if I've ever seen it. That is beautiful. That's a fun one. I put this together and I think I blindly picked the order, but that feels like it would have been a really good one for Christmas Day. Stitchin With Yarn, Charlie Brown. Another beautiful multicolor speckled yarn. This one is called I Shouldn't Have Picked This Little Tree. Aw, poor Charlie Brown. Charming You. Oh, this one is so pretty. I have loved this one. Absolutely loved Charming You. But I always do. It's just so beautiful. Yeah, yesterday was that peachy pink, which there's some of that color in here. Oh, what am I going to make with it? I don't know. Knitty McPurly. Speaking of what am I going to make with things, I do have one project picked out for one of my Advents, and I will tell you all about it when I get to opening that Advent. So obviously it's not Stitchin With Yarn, and it's not Charming You. And it's not Knitty McPurly. We have kind of a forest green. Still with some black speckles. Very pretty. Road trip. Chicken Lady road trip. I can't believe tomorrow is already an upload video day. It's been so fast. Wow. Lynn, I don't know what this represents, but this is gorgeous. Oh, I just see like ice cream. Where in the world looks like ice cream? I don't know, but maybe I just want ice cream. Speaking of ice cream, oh my gosh, last night I had been craving the peppermint ice cream that you can only get this time of year, and my husband bought some. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Lived up to all my expectations. Ooh, very pretty. Day 19. We're entering Virginia at the northern tip of the Shenandoah Valley. The road will climb the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains. Small towns, horse farms, and vineyards can be seen from our window, and we'll stop at an apple orchard before going to downtown Winchester to see George Washington's office and Stonewall Jackson's Civil War headquarters. We'll also see Patsy Cline's home near downtown since this is her hometown. We're about 75 miles northwest of Washington, D.C., and this area is teeming with history. Winchester was a Shawnee camping ground before Europeans settled here. Also known as the apple capital of the world, I'm sure we'll find some local pies being made. The Shenandoah Apple Blossom Festival lasts 10 days, and the town receives almost 300,000 visitors during that time. So the yarn is apple blossoms. That's a fun one. I really like that. So fun. I did not know that that was a large apple area. Living where I live on the Oregon coast, Washington is quite well known for apples. So that's the West Coast version, maybe. Okay. CudddleBums, day 19. We're all the way up here. And I was right that we are going into purple. So we have that deep royal purple with a rainbow running through it. Very pretty. Next up, Mystery Mouse in the Christmas at the Castle Library. And you notice I haven't talked about a project yet, so this is it. I have figured out a project for my Mystery Mouse Advent, which is that one up there. And that is the 12 20-gram mini skeins with a full skein. So someone in a chat group that I'm in posted the confectionery cardigan. I will try to remember to put a picture up. And this is meant for 24 minis and 2 skeins of a extra color. So the person who posted theirs, they did a old, whoa, I'm not remembering what, was it? It wasn't Wizard of Oz. I don't remember what the theme was, but they used a 12 20-gram mini with a full skein plus another skein from, or skein or 2 from their stash. And instead of just doing the stripes of the confectionery cardigan as all 20-gram mini stripes, they alternated the 20-gram mini stripes with the main skein stripes from the Advent, and then they used that extra color. So that is what I plan on doing. I'm very excited. There is today's yarn. It's beautiful. And I know this reference. It says, "Be Our Guest." And that's the very classic song from Beauty and the Beast. I want to start singing it, but nobody wants that. So there's a little bit of like a lavender, a little bit of a peachy pink right there, and then yellow. Just gorgeous. So yeah, I'm very curious to know that, oh, my tie is falling apart. I'll have to retie it on there. Confectionery cardigan, had you ever heard of it? Because there's only 30-ish projects on Ravelry, which surprised me. My tea today is Earl Grey. What does it say on there? Gray stuff? I don't know. I don't get the reference. I'm sure there's a reference there. Oh, I almost forgot. I was just going to skip right past the spinning fiber. I don't think there's any way I can even butcher this name. I mean, I could butcher it for sure, but I don't think I could come anywhere near close. So I'm just going to show you the label. It starts with, it's 2 words, starts with a V and a C. That's about as good as I can manage. I'll show it to you here because it's a little bit easier to read than on the package. I'm losing my voice. 1 second. Okay. Day 19 is 40% British wool blend, 30% mint fiber, and 30% Shetland wool. I for sure have never spun mint fiber. The name of the wool, or the name of the blend, refers to the beautiful array of delicate Czech Christmas cookies that fill tables, tins, and hearts throughout the festive season. These homemade treats, often made in the weeks leading up to Christmas, aren't just desserts, they're memories in the making. Families gather to bake favorites like, wow, we're just going to say the English version, vanilla crescents, jam-filled biscuits, and honey gingerbread, each with their own treasured recipes and rituals. The tradition goes beyond baking. It's about gifting, sharing, and patiently resisting temptation until Christmas Eve dinner, when the cookie tins are finally cracked open and everyone has just one more. Inspired by this warm, homemade custom, our blend features comforting natural wool shades paired with soft butterscotch and nugget tones. Just like the biscuit box full of golden, sugary goodness, the base of British wool blend offers a strength and natural tone, while Shetland wool adds character and softly textured handle. And just like the refreshing minty glaze on a sugar-dusted treat, mint fiber brings a cool, silky edge and a touch of surprise. This blend is perfect for spinning by the fire as you dream of sugar and snowflakes. So I'm going to show you that top paragraph. They have the Czech words for the things that I said, the jam, biscuits, and whatnot. Very interesting. And then there is the back of the bag, little cookie cutters. Oh, that's beautiful. That is like a sugar cookie for sure. I love this color. It's soft. I wonder, I'm guessing the mint fiber is some of that like kind of shiny stuff right there. That's gorgeous. I really like this one. It's very soft and I think it will spin up nice. Plus I really like the color. The bag and the fiber are very similar in color. And that is day 19. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. As I previously mentioned, tomorrow is the end of this 4th vlog, which I cannot believe will be starting the 5th and final vlog very soon. Just crazy. As always, if you find a wonderful Advent-friendly project, I'd love to hear all about it. Please let me know so I can figure out what to do with the other 5, plus the ones in my stash. We're not even talking about those right now. I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. Happy December 20th. I cannot believe we are 5 days until Christmas. How is that possible? I need to wrap some gifts. I still have not wrapped any gifts. It is 6:41 in the morning. I've been up for a little bit, but not really doing too much. Yesterday, I got almost nothing done on my Cozy Memories, but my husband drove to my appointment, and I finished my Cozy Knitter Advent socks, which I'm not going to show you today. You'll notice I've been putting clips in at the end of each video for the day. And I finished the first sock pretty quickly on both the Freckled Whimsy and the Cozy Knitter. And the second socks I cast on and then just didn't make a lot of progress. But my Cozy Knitter pair is done. Freckled Whimsy, I have maybe 3 color stripes left and a cuff, so I'm super close. So that is what I'm going to work on first thing today until it's done, and then I will focus on my Cozy Memories blanket. And I will definitely show you those on Christmas Eve, I think, or maybe Christmas. I haven't decided yet. First advent of the day is for our Cozy Memories blanket, and it's my Aberdeen Wool. Oh gosh, I pulled the wrong one. You didn't see it. I somehow accidentally pulled out 24 because I thought it was the next one. It's not. There it is. That one is very rainbow. I like that one. Next up, Stitchin With Yarn, Charlie Brown. There it is. That's a lot of color. Purple, green, blue, orange. And it's called Lucy Tells the Story of Christmas. All right, now Charming You. Gorgeous. I love this color. It's showing up more blue on the screen, but it's more of a like tealy blue. And that will look really nice next to the peach. Now, Knitty McPurly. I can't believe we're almost done with minis. I could open a mini a day every day. There's Knitty McPurly. We're back to kind of like that key lime green. It's quite similar to, that's between those 2 days. I don't know if you can even see that from there, but I'm guessing we're just going to end in the green family. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Chicken Lady Road Trip. More greens today. Blue and green. Very nice. Oh, even some pink up here. Is it pink or purple? Yeah, it's pink. Okay, for day 20, after we've crossed the Shenandoah River, we see signs for the Appalachian Trail. The 2,198-mile trail goes through 14 states, and Virginia has almost a quarter of that length. The northern end that we see is about 50 miles and is best hiked in the spring or late September. We are leaving the Shenandoah Valley and crossing into the northern Virginia region of the state. Lots of rolling hills, and the winding, curvy 2 lanes of US 50 has many sharp turns. Locals sometimes say you can meet yourself coming because of these switchbacks. Middleburg is the next town and is known as the horse and hunt capital. The Red Fox Inn and Tavern, built in 1728, is said to be one of the oldest continuously run inns in America. We're going to stop at the Salamander Resort and Spa, 340 acres of nature hikes, archery, ziplining, spa treatments, and 25 acres dedicated to horseback riding. Choose your adventure for the evening and be sure to bring your yarn. That sounds lovely. There's our picture and our yarn. That is so beautiful. Like I said, the little bit of pink in there, and you see that in the sunset in the sky, or sunrise, I don't know. East Coast, it's probably a sunrise. Where I live in Oregon, we get the sunsets. Okay, now, Charming You. Where is day 20? There it is. This box is definitely starting to fall apart. There we are, solidly into purple today. Purple on purple. Very pretty. And day 20 of our fiber is called Slow Down, S-L-O-E. And there is a picture. So the only reference I have to slow like this is, isn't it slow gin? And if my memory is correct, that is like a dark purple, and this is a dark purple. So I'm thinking I might have it right, but I don't know what slow down is. Let us find out. Slow down is 80% super fine merino wool and 20% muga or mugga silk. I think it's muga. Slow down takes its name from a drink that's steeped in both berries and tradition, sloe gin. Wow, I was right. Made by infusing gin with the deep purple fruits of the blackthorn bush, sloe gin has long been a wintry favorite. Its rich, jewel-toned warmth offering comfort through the coldest months. While traditionally bottled in autumn, it's at Christmas that it truly shines, poured into tiny glasses, swirled into festive cocktails, or even baked into indulgent puddings. Its connection to the season runs deeper than just timing. The practice of making sloe gin is slow and mindful, a gentle ritual of gathering, steeping, and waiting, much like the spirit of winter crafting. And when shared with friends or slipped into a homemade hamper, it becomes a symbol of care, time, and thoughtfulness. To reflect this delicious custom, we created a blend that's just as luxurious and refined. Superfine merino offers cloud softness and richness, while muga silk, known for its natural golden sheen, adds an elegant glow. With notes of plum, dusk, and berry tones, this blend invites you to slow down, sip the season, and craft something truly sumptuous. Yeah, muga silk. Didn't we have that the other day? And it was the one, they described it as being red. And then I did more reading and found out that they call it like a golden red, a coppery red. So I don't know. To me, that doesn't look very red. So I'm guessing we're going to see that. And if my memory is correct, muga silk is the type of silk where is it a caterpillar or a moth or whatever, does not die. Okay. There we are. So this looks so much like our CudddleBums today. And I think it's the silk is just kind of a mess, if I'm being honest. It's a little bit of everywhere. A lot of people, like, look at this section. It's just all jumbled up and it's everywhere. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the muga silk wasn't the red one because that isn't very red. I don't know. It's very soft, very soft. A lot of people have said about this fiber this year that it's been mostly well blended. I would say this is an exception to that because this is not well blended at all. You can distinctly see the differences. I think that one might be challenging to spin, but I haven't spun any of it yet, so I will find out when I get there. This is the end of this vlog, the fourth vlog of Vlogmas 2025. And I just can't help but still thinking about what projects might I make with my advents. I'm definitely dying to cast on the confectionery cardigan that I mentioned, but I need to wait until I get to all the colors and especially the full skein, and then see what I have in my stash that I can match with that. Or possibly, I just bought some yarn dyes. I think, is it from Dharma? I'm trying to see from here. I think they're from Dharma, but they might be Jacquard. Yeah, I can't read the label from here. So if I have nothing, I might try dyeing some of my undyed yarn, but that seems very intimidating at this point. So we'll see when we get there. Hopefully I have something in stash. Either way, if the undyed is from my stash, it's still from stash. So we will see. I hope that you're having a lovely lead up to Christmas. My lead up to Christmas has just been super busy, and looking into the upcoming week, wow, I have a ton of work to do. So I'm taking Christmas Eve off all the way till January 2nd, but the next 3 work days that I have are just going to be a lot. So probably not a lot of crafting, but I'm hoping to catch up at the end of the year. I'm going to go work on my Cozy Memories blanket, get some coffee, relax, catch up on some other Vlogmases that I've been watching. Who have I been watching? I've been watching a lot of 72 Stitches. I've been watching Wold and Burn. I've been watching Happy Little Yarn, although not every day because I don't only have so much time. Oh, and I've definitely been watching Piano Spun, who is spinning these up and crocheting them daily. I have no idea how. I'm assuming she did get just a little bit of a head start, and I don't blame her for that at all. I'm just amazed that she can create a project so fast. I'm sure there's others that I've watched here and there. I just can't think off the top of my head. If you have any good Vlogmas recommendations, let me know. I have a feeling I will be catching up on Vlogmases well into the end of the year, well after Christmas. And the other thing on my to-do list today is wrap gifts. So if you have not wrapped your gifts yet, here's your friendly reminder. We only have 5 days left, so hurry. I will see you in the next vlog. And if you would like to like, subscribe, or comment down below, I'm always happy to see those. I will talk to you next time. Bye.